This video is part of a series that shows a positive approach towards India. Today's international media mostly portray India as a troubled nation that can hardly govern itself. Yes, India does have serious issues, and it is working very hard to solve these problems step by step. But the international media are frustrating improvement by their continuous focus on India's problems. I see India as a very promising nation that will continue to grow to global importance. Like this video if you too believe in India, and subscribe to this channel if you want to support the creation of more videos with a positive approach towards India. Let's grow to 1 million subscribers and show the world the opportunities that India has to offer. Thank you for your support. The topic of this video is the New World Order and the role India could play in the future of this planet. Today, this world is dominated by a small group of countries that we call the West. It basically consists of the USA, the European Union, Canada, and Australia. This group of countries and its allies force their will upon the rest of the world, in many cases for the better and sometimes for worse. But the world is changing. Cracks are showing in this Western world order model. The USA is slowly detaching itself from its allies to sail to its own destiny. Europe is confronted with a large-scale migration issue and internal political struggles, and new global forces such as China can't be told what to do anymore. The Western world is losing its control over the planet. So then the question arises, what will be the New World Order? Who will be in charge of the planet in about 20 years? And what will be India's role in the New World Order? Of course, we don't know. That's why we need to imagine the possibilities so that we can work towards the solutions we want, and we can steer away from the options we don't want. In this video, I will show a possible alternative to the Western world order that could be reality in about 20 years from now. I don't say it's a model we need. I don't say it's a model we want. I don't say it's a model that's likely. It's just a possibility. And I'm asking you to think with me, to imagine with me what the future world order could look like. Just give your ideas and opinions and put them in the comments below the video. Now first, before I give you the list of members of the New World Order, let me tell you which countries and regions could also join this New World Order if they manage to solve some of their issues. First, Europe. The European Union could very well be an influential member of a future world order if it manages to overcome its unity issues. Every time Europe is faced with a crisis, the road to solutions is blocked by a lack of unity. Europe is still too much a group of individual nations instead of a union. The same applies to the Middle East. The Middle East is the oil well of the planet. Because of that, it could have been the most powerful region in the world today. But the Middle East is torn apart by civil unrest and war for centuries now. It's not likely that this will change anytime soon. But if it does, if the countries of the Middle East can find the way to peace and unity, the Middle East is an unstoppable force capable of either making the world go round or creating a global crisis. Another possible member of the New World Order could be Africa, but it has kind of the same issues as the Middle East. There is too much civil unrest and war going on to make Africa a global force in the near future. Then Brazil. It is home to the largest forests and fresh water supplies in the world. It makes this planet breathe and drink. But because internal political, social and economical issues, Brazil gets setbacks now and then that have prevented it from being a global powerhouse up to now. And last but not least, Indonesia. It's growing rapidly and gaining more importance, but it's faced with very powerful nations in the same region, especially China and India. And it's not likely that Indonesia will dominate its region when it has such strong neighbors. So, for reasons I just mentioned, I leave Europe, the Middle East, Brazil and Indonesia out of the equation of the New World Order of the future. In this scenario, the New World Order will consist of the Big Four, being the USA, China, Russia and India. Within 10 years from now, all of these four countries will be too big to battle, too dangerous to attack, too powerful to ignore. A war with any of these four countries would be useless and self-destructive to any other country. That's why they need to find ways to work together, to trust each other, and accept each other's roles on a global stage. If these four countries manage to maintain friendly relations and to make deals on who is responsible for what, they can successfully create a new and stable world order that provides more peace and more prosperity on a global scale, and that could last at least a century. But then they need to accept a focus on specific roles and tasks, and most of all, they need to trust each other. In this new world order, the USA will be the global police force. The US military is so powerful and so advanced that it is hardly imaginable that any other country could come close to their global projection of force in the century to come. Of course, China, Russia and India will never give up their own armies, and so they shouldn't. But if the Big Four can agree on the USA supplying military intervention in outside areas that threaten global stability, other members of the Big Four don't have to deal with all the issues that come with military operations, and instead they can focus on what they can do best in order to maintain global stability. China can sustain and further improve its role as the global workforce of the New World Order. And of course, no other country will give up its own economic processes and opportunities. But if the Big Four can agree on China being the main workshop of the world, that would create opportunities for other members of the Big Four to focus on what they can do best in order to maintain global stability. Russia will be the resource of the New World Order. Russia has an almost unlimited supply of agricultural land, energy, precious metals and building materials. It is hard to imagine how the world could deplete the vast array of natural resources that is harbored inside Russia. And of course, no other country will now close all of its mines or stop drilling for oil and natural gas. But Russia is simply the very best at that. Why not give it the opportunity to focus on that role in order to guarantee a continuous flow of natural resources into the rest of the world? And then India. already the 5th economy in the world now, soon to surpass Germany and thus becoming the 4th economy in the world. India is the fastest growing economy in the world, and within a few years it's going to have the largest population of any country on the globe. Soon its army will be the largest in the world. India is located at one of the most strategic places in the world. Indian engineers work all over the planet. Indian IT experts create computer software that is used in every country, and Indian CEOs provide leadership to the largest companies in the world. India has proven to be capable of maintaining friendly relations with almost every country in the world. India will simply be too big to ignore and too big to battle. So India will absolutely have a firm position in the new world order. But what will be the role of India in the new world order? The new world order already has the natural resources to supply the planet provided by Russia. It has the workforce and the facilities to keep production going provided by China, and it has the military to protect all of it provided by the USA. Then what else does a new world order need? The new world order needs a brain, a conscience and a soul. A brain that can decide on right or wrong. A brain that can distinguish between reality and fantasy. A brain that can guide us into a visionary future with a favorable outcome for all of us, but also a conscience and a soul that is accepted by the whole world as a neutral party, as a negotiator, as a reasonable, as authoritative, as honest and just, as creative and innovative, as a provider of wisdom, as a decision maker that is respected and trusted by the whole world. Will the rest of the world trust Russia, that has the power to exclude all of us from essential natural resources? Will the rest of the world trust China, that has the power to bring the world economy to a grinding halt? Or will the rest of the world trust the USA, who deploys military interventions worldwide? In the new world order, the rest of the world will trust India on its judgment and fair decisions, on its ability to apply reason and wisdom and avoid violence, on its understanding of diversity and the range of interests that come with different religions, different lifestyles and different governing systems. The new world order needs a brain, a conscience and a soul. India is that brain, India is that conscience, and India is that soul. Again, this is just an imaginable future of a new world order. I have no evidence that anything like this will be reality, nor am I saying this is a desirable future. What I am saying is that the Western world order, as we have become used to for the past century, is slowly losing its grip on the world. And whether we like it or not, there is going to be some kind of new world order in the future. And to me, it sounds like a good idea to think about what that new world order could look like. Do you have ideas about a future world order? Share them with all of us in the comments below the video. Do you think this topic was interesting? Then please show your appreciation by giving this video a thumbs up. Do you want to contribute to a more balanced and more positive approach towards India? Then support me by subscribing to this channel so that I can make more videos with a positive approach to India. Thank you for your support and see you at the next video.